Greetings, this is TK Trav, aka Travis Magus, here with LVX777. Easy to forget how simple it is to start a live stream. Looks like we've got some old credentials here, so let me rename this video before we get started. Uh-oh. Technical difficulties. Peace to everybody here. Peace, Framestar Films. Peace, Enchanted Cottage, 333. Good to see you. Peace, Oath. Hope you're doing well. Discover the hero within. Peace. Rhapsofoams. Peace. My long texted individual. Holy Wisdom 93, peace. Alright, why is my camera yellow? Alright. Well, give me a second to fix this camera, and then we will get right on with it. Right on. There we go. Alright, so this is my first video of 2024. But not just that. This is my 1000th video. Now this doesn't really mean too much to me, but I know that numbers mean things. We're gonna do a tarot reading. So if you're here, you're part of the collective, and I'm gonna do a couple of readings. Perhaps if you are very curious about a subject matter, you can ask me a question and then I'll make a reading about that. Yeah. Let's go. So for those of you who are present, I suppose we should go ahead and get started, right? See, I'm trying to do this setup. Okay. In any case. Ooh. See, this is working perfectly fine for the last hour. Now all of a sudden, I tell you. All right, let me know when you're able to see the video again. On my end, it's like showing an error message. I swear. All right, let me know. So we can get this thing going. We grow natural family. Peace. Welcome. Okay, Enchanted Cottage says I see cards with you in the corner. Alright, I think we're good then. Dimensional Legend, peace. Discover the hero within. I already said peace to you, but peace again. Just Ridiculing Curriculum says the fuzzy blanket looks so soft. It is. It is. I've got like 20 pillows that are fuzzy white. Alright, so I'm going to assume that we're good to go. Anna Molly says looking good. Alright, so to kick this off, I'll let you guys choose. We can start with the collective or we can start with an individual. You give me what you'd like to hear and see. Because it's all about you. You. I'm going to take the first 2 or 3 people. And also, this will probably be my first time doing reversed cards. All my life, I decided to stay away from reversed cards because I didn't think that was a thing, but apparently it's a thing. So we're going to try some reversed cards today. All right, Divine Ultra Instinct says collective, and Amali says collective. Well, let's do that. Let's begin. So, to start out with, of course, you want to focus and concentrate on a scenario that you feel is important to you. But in any case, we've got the 7 of Swords. Now, what we're dealing with Kabbalistically is the moon in Aquarius. Now, the type of energy that we have here is something that is fluctuating, changing within a fixed area of mind. But if we get to the archetype, you find yourself in a situation where perhaps things should be going according to black and white, but in reality, it's not adding up that way. Let me know if we're on track so far. Because it is for me. Next, we're dealing with the Judgment card. And when we think of the Judgment card, we can think of the element of fire. But not just fire in general, a spiritual fire, and enlivening, an awakening, an inspiration, something that is capable of moving you out of your seat. Perhaps you've been relying on something that has been scripted out for you, planned out for you, something that you could predict. And even though you cling on to that, the truth of the matter is, it's not adding up. So perhaps something has happened recently to where you've been inspired to move differently. Maybe you've been inspired to let go of that script, perhaps to let go of what's been expected of you and what you have expected based on that script. Let's keep going. So now we've got the King of Swords, and this is reversed. When we deal with the King of Swords, we're dealing with air of air. We're dealing with a certain type of solid thought process that does not have a bearing on morality, right or wrong, anyone's side. We're dealing with pure judgment. We're dealing with clear discernment, right? Clear discernment. So with it being reversed, we can apply that clear discernment to the lower self. We can apply that clear discernment to the ego. We can apply that clear discernment to that aspect of you that is relying on the past, that's relying on your memories, and relying on what's comfortable. So I'm already seeing a theme here. We've got some situation where maybe somebody told you, or maybe you had believed in the American dream, the white picket fence and the red door. You believed that there was something that was going to work out in a specific way, and you followed the plan as best as your ability could follow it, but things just weren't adding up. And perhaps you got to a point where you feel like you want to do something different. And maybe you're just now coming to the point where you can see things clearly, now that you've broken away from the programming, now that you've broken away from some particular aspect of your life where your expectations were here, but the reality was way down here. Maybe now it's caused you to change the flow of how you move. Let me know if this applies to you. Let's pull one more. So next we've got the Ace of Cups. Are we still rolling, or is it frozen? Let me know if it's still frozen or if it's frozen. Lord have mercy. Oh, there it is. Okay, so we've got the Ace of Cups. Dealing with the Ace of Cups, we're dealing with the ignition of something within the subconscious mind. We're dealing with a stirring, with a movement of new emotions. What I'm getting from this overall is that perhaps you've entered a space where what you used to rely on isn't working anymore. And what you found is that this has awakened something within you that perhaps you didn't know was there. That perhaps you didn't know was there. Dealing with the Ace of Cups, we're dealing with everything water element, right? We're dealing with intuition, we're dealing with the subconscious mind, we're dealing with psychic ability, right? Maybe you're starting to find that your intuition is getting stronger. Maybe you're starting to find that by no longer relying on old established frameworks that you really weren't invested in emotionally in the first place, maybe by letting go of those past frameworks that you relied on, you're able to come into a space where you can utilize a part of yourself that you previously didn't know existed. Like we all know about the word intuition, we all know about the word psychic ability, but maybe now you're really starting to come into a new dimension of accessing and utilizing your own subconscious mind, your own psychic ability. If this resonates with anybody, let me know. Let me know. Framestar Film says all on point. Awesome. Regrow Natural Family says I am. Cool. Enchanted Cottage 333 says, oh wow, I like this message. Awesome. I mean, I know you know your stuff, so I appreciate you being here. Chaos Theory, peace. Okay, so we're doing good so far. We're doing good so far. Let's keep that here. Now let's get a little bit more specific, if you guys and girls don't mind. Let's get a little bit more specific. I don't know what's going on with this camera. Like, to me it looks frozen, but if you guys say that we're still good, then we'll go with that. How you guys been, by the way? It's been a long time. I haven't seen you all in so long. I've been cooped up in my chamber. My cousin calls it the gates of hell. Travis has emerged from the gates of hell. But no, seriously. Been doing a lot of research and study in the realm of artificial intelligence. I've always been in love with AI, and I'm just so excited and happy now that I'm in a space where I can utilize it. But yeah, let me know how you guys and girls have been. It's been a little minute since I've been live or anything like that. Peace, C Main. Enchanted coat, peace. Okay, so let's get a little bit more specific, like I said. All right, who's this reading for? Everybody, concentrate and focus. I'm gonna pull two cards. And I want you to let me know if this is you. First one, boom. Libra. First one is gonna be Libra. All right, and this will also apply to Pisces. So Libra and Pisces, if you've got Libra placements in your sun, moon, or ascending, guess what? This is for you. How many Libra and Pisces placements do we have here tonight? Let me know in the chat. Because it helps me to know who I'm reading for. You all know I don't do this often at all. I think the last time I did this was like a year and a half ago. But I think this year I might do more readings on my channel. Might even do more readings for the membership. But no better way to improve your skills than by actually using them, right? Okay, so it looks like we got a lot of Libra moons here. That works for me. We got a Libra rising. Chaos theory. Lasange Descote says Libra moon here if I go Vedic. Hey, that counts too. Really, I consider my Vedic aspects the primary ones. All right, so let's check this out for the Libra. We're gonna do a 3-card pull for the Libra aspects here and the Pisces. I didn't forget the Pisces. So here we go. Justice. All right, so it seems like we're dealing with an issue that requires a clear head, a little bit of balance. We're dealing with something that requires you to be in your center, requires you to be grounded. All right. Now, this might be a legal issue, obviously. This might also be something that you feel you've been owed for a long time. Consider your concept of justice and think about how this might apply to you. Let's keep going. The Hanged One. So, where we are currently seems to be a position where you're able to see things from a new perspective. So regarding this legal issue, regarding this thing that you might have been owed, regarding some sense of balance that you are coming into, you've finally been able to take a new perspective about this. You've been able to take a perspective that has been above the lower self. And when I say the lower self, we're talking about the ego, we're talking about the five senses, we're talking about the memory. When I say the lower self, we're talking about all the things that you can rely on and justify all of your insecurities, all of your fears, all of your doubts. Because think about your fears, your doubts, and your insecurities. They're all based on memories. Memories of things you saw, heard, and felt. That's the lower self. When we talk about the higher self, we talk about an aspect of self that can operate independent of all of your feelings, past, present, and future. So it looks like in regards to this thing of justice, you're able to take a new perspective outside of your emotions. And what's to come of that is we have here the Emperor card. You're able to take a leadership position, a CEO type of position on this matter. You're able to make moves. You're able to make moves with a clear head due to the oversight, due to this higher perspective that you've gained, right? So we have an issue where justice is due, balance is due, and you've come to a point in your life where you're able to see it from a higher perspective, right? Beyond just your feelings, to look into the future and see it from a higher perspective. And because of that, you've been able to take a very dominant role, a very masculine role, a role of leadership, a role of being able to guide circumstances to where you believe will be best for everyone involved. Now let's go ahead and add another card to this. And what we have is strength. And that's pretty awesome. It's awesome, number one, because these are all major arcana cards, which means that this is probably a serious issue for you in your life right now. The strength card means, again, dealing with the lower self, not just a taming of the animal self, but also coming into a sort of friendship, a sort of rapport, a sort of balance with this lower self. When you look at the strength card, it doesn't necessarily mean this woman is dominating this beast. What it means is that this woman, who represents the higher self, the evolved self, has come into a place where she's able to live in harmony with her animal self, right? We all, as human beings, exist within animal bodies. Now, what we actually are is not these bodies. We're something much greater than this. But this card represents that you've come into a space of balance, to see from a higher perspective and to take a leadership role, and to do all of this while maintaining a certain balance with your higher and lower self. If this resonates with you so far in the chat, please let me know. And like I said, these are all major arcana cards, so this is a serious deal for Pisces and Libra placements. Let me know where y'all at. Let me know where we at. Scrolling through the comments here. How's the audio, by the way? Is my microphone messed up? Let me see if I can do something about that. Okay. All right. So Let me know if this resonates. Libra and Pisces placements. Awesome, awesome. Okay, so let's continue. Let's continue. If that's fine and dandy, I think we'll go with another sign. I'm just testing out my setup, seeing if my little computer can handle these two cameras. Alright, so let's try two other signs. We did Libra, we did Pisces. Let's pull for Aquarius and Leo. Aquarius and Leo. Where are my Aquarius and Leo placements at? Video number 1000. Go ahead and give me a like in the YouTube button place where you do that. Oh my. Tarot. Aquarius and Leo placements. Let me know if you are Aquarius or Leo in the chat. And don't forget to give me a like in the comments. And also, guys and gals, I'm really working to figure out what kind of new and exciting content you'd like to see from me on this channel. I mean, really, I've talked about everything. I've done it all, seen it all, and shit. We can go anywhere from here. I welcome your suggestions, and I thank you for your continued support. Because, goodness gracious, it's wild out here sometimes. So let's do this. K2 and Aquarius. Let's do this. So, consider your situation, consider your life, consider what's going on. And let's get started. Bam. The High Priestess. Now, I just shuffled these damn cards up. Where are all these major arcana coming from? High Priestess. You're on the verge of unlocking something within the subconscious mind. Now, I know that sounds lofty and large and big and wild. Even with myself and the constant work that I do, you know, like currently I'm really working hard on manipulating my dreams. Like right now, what I'm working on is being able to impregnate my dreams so that I can dream about a specific thing, and being able to recover that information when I wake up so I can use it. At all times on this spiritual walk, on this magical practice, you are you're on the verge of opening up this subconscious mind, or one of the many doors. But for you specifically, Leo and Aquarius, we're dealing with you being on the verge of something that you've been working on spiritually. You're standing in the threshold. You're looking on the other side. It's right there. It's right there. So let's keep going. Let's keep going. We've got the Three of Swords. Now, when we're dealing with the Three of Swords, we're talking about the energy of Saturn within Libra. Libra being a sort of balancing air sign, right? But Saturn being somewhat of a disciplinarian, somewhat of a restrictor. Now, how does that energy play out in Libra? It would seem that perhaps we're dealing with someone setting rules that are very harsh. Maybe it's yourself. Maybe it's someone that you feel has dominance or power over you, right? So we've got you standing on the verge of some sort of subconscious awakening, some sort of subconscious power emerging, and we're coming to terms with either yourself or someone else setting very strict rules upon you, very strict criteria upon you. Let me know if this resonates so far. Let me know if this resonates so far. All right. So next we deal with the World card. And what's happening here with this World card is that we have entered into a space where everything has come to a point of manifestation. Everything has come to a point of culmination. Now this card also represents Saturn, but in such a way that all of the data, all of the experiences, all of the desires and emotions and thoughts have been funneled down, and what has been sliced off is what is unnecessary, and what remains and what has manifested is the cream of the crop, the best of the best. So perhaps here you stand on the verge of some type of subconscious awakening, some type of spiritual unlocking, and you find yourself limited. Maybe it's by yourself and your high standards, or the high standards of someone else. And because this is Saturn in Libra, and this card represents Saturn, it very well may be that because of this disciplinarian approach, because of this strictness, what's going to happen is you're going to manifest the best possible result. So this strictness here may not just be because of someone else's insecurity. You might be dealing with a wise teacher, whether they know it or not. Once again, this might be you or someone else, but you might be dealing with a wise teacher, whether they know it or not. Because it looks like the end result of these two cards is a culmination and a manifestation of the best of the best. If this resonates for Aquarius or Leo, let me know. And since we're doing fours, let's go ahead and pull one more to see if we can get any added information on this particular thing here. Boom. Temperance. Look now, I done shuffled these cards and we keep getting major arcana. This is silly. All right, so Temperance. We're dealing with a sense of harmony again, a sense of balance again, right? When you think of Temperance, you're thinking of Sagittarius, you're thinking of Jupiter, we're thinking of expansion based on being able to harmonize between different planes of existence. Look at her foot in the water, look at her foot on the land. We know that symbolically the water represents the subconscious plane, the spiritual plane, and we know that the ground represents the manifest dimension, So here she is standing on both territories. You can notice the path leading to enlightenment, and here she is balancing the waters, balancing the energies between the two. So it looks like you stand on the verge of unlocking something within yourself, and you find yourself up to and confronted with a very strict set of rules, a very strict set of guidelines. And because of that strict set of guidelines, the best result will emerge as long as you stick with those guidelines. I don't know what they are for you. Maybe you set them for yourself, maybe someone else did, but if you stick with it, it looks like you're about to manifest something that is the best possible result. And it seems like what's the overall energy around all of this is this energy of temperance, this energy of balance between the subconscious and the manifest. And that's what we're seeing here, right? Because the high priestess represents the subconscious mind, and Saturn represents the manifest dimension. This card is ruled by Saturn, and this card is ruled by Saturn. So we talk about temperance, it's ruled by Jupiter, which is a planet of manifestation, of abundance. That's what it looks like the energy is dealing with here. Let me know if you're Leo or Aquarius, or if this resonates with you. Let me know if this resonates with you. It's funny, I always I held back on my tarot readings because like I always felt like I don't know enough. But I started like 2 secret TikTok channels based on tarot. And what I've come to find is that like there are a lot of people that are really making shit up. And I know that might sound crazy, but there's a lot of people who are making shit up. Yes. You'll see some of their readings, and it's like cards, and the readings that they do and talk about have nothing to do with the cards that they pulled. And everybody in the comments is like, oh my god, this is me. So in doing my 2 secret TikTok channels, I think I've dissolved that fear of not doing accurate readings. Because boy, oh boy, there are people who do a terrible job and no one seems to care. So I'm going to do an excellent job. All right, shall we do another? How do you guys feel about this? How do you guys and gals feel about this? I'm not going to pull for all the signs, but we'll pull for some more. Or if somebody has a pressing question, maybe we can try that out. I don't know. Shuffle this thing up a little bit. I don't know, have you guys ever been to TikTok and seen the TikTok tarot reads? I studied them, right? Because like I wanted to enter that space. And what I know about marketing is that you have to study what your competitors are doing in order to get an idea. And I'm looking at these readings. Not only are they inaccurate, but I saw a lot of people just copying everyone else. Like literally somebody would do a reading and somebody would copy it word for word, but just film themselves shuffling the cards. And the people did not care. Man, this is what we dealing with out here. And that gave me a new appreciation for you all, because like when it comes to spirituality and like the type of information available on the internet, it's a lot of, most people don't have the capacity to get it. They don't have the capacity to get it. Like to be a tarot reader, okay, so you have to know your stuff. You have to be in a specific mind to do this. But most people don't care. They don't care. They're more interested about Cat Williams and Puff Daddy and whatever else drama's going on. So I applaud you for being a person who is interested in understanding the energy that surrounds your life, the energy that, you know, is the seed behind things that happen. Veronica, peace, welcome. Good to see you. Enchanted Cottage 333 says, I can't watch tarot on TikTok. Yeah, you got to build up the stomach muscles for that, because, whew, Jesus. All right, Lance Benfield says, I want to move to Atlanta. All right, let's do that. Let's do what Lance Benfield should do about moving to Atlanta. All right, here we go. We're going to do the 3-card pull for you, Mr. Benfield. Number 1, bam, we've got the 4 of Cups. So check this out. There's stability here. There's stability here. You have your ducks in a row. You got what you need. As a matter of fact, you've got other things on standby. There's potential here, right? You got what you need in front of you, and you've also got potential. You're good to go. And at the same time, and I'm going to say this, at the same time, you're not even excited about this. Something about this whole move very well might just be because you feel like you're going through the motions. Maybe I'm reaching there, but I'm seeing some kind of energy where you feel like it's just like, I guess I'll do it. This is not a passion move. This is more like, I guess I'll do it. Let me know if I'm correct or if I'm incorrect. Next card. Okay, we've got the Hanged One. I was shuffling this whole time now. So it seems like even though this doesn't excite you on a physical level, you're still looking at this from a spiritual perspective. Even though there's nothing physically that is exciting to you. Like, I mean, yeah, cool. It's exciting to move there, like for sure, but it's not moving you. It's not stirring you, but you feel personally that there's something spiritually there that you're looking forward to experiencing. And maybe it's not an event. Maybe you're just looking to be in that atmosphere. All right, let's keep going. Ooh, 7 of Cups, perfect. So here you are faced with so many options. And when we talk about, well, first of all, when we say the 4 of Cups, what is that ruled by? The 4 of Cups is ruled by the moon in Cancer. Okay, so the moon is at home in Cancer. So that's very strong. You might even be moving there because of an emotional reason. Like I said, it might not be intellectually stimulating, but you're probably moving there for an emotional reason. Moon in Cancer. When we deal with the 7 of Cups, what we're looking at is Venus in Scorpio. Ooh, obsession. You know what it is. Venus and Scorpio. There's some type of desire, some type of passion. There's some, like I said, something emotional, and you're moving there and it's irrational. On what I said initially is that you're not excited about this, like there's nothing intellectual that's moving you, and that holds true. There's actually something emotionally that's pulling you. There's something emotionally that's pulling you there. Okay, so that makes me want to go back and think about the Hanged perspective. Perhaps you can see through this lower self pull, but at the same time, you're still being pulled towards it. Maybe you can see through it, but even that vision isn't strong enough to overcome the obsession. Let's pull a 4th one just to kind of get there. The Tower. You know what that means. We're dealing with straight up Mars energy. Straight up Mars energy. And what's happening here with the Tower is that this move is going to be an extremely pivotal, important part of your life. Something is going to shake up and break up. Now that, again, we don't have to jump to the worst conclusion. But based on this train of progression here, we're seeing a lot of emotion, right? We've got these cards that deal with cups, strong cups, Scorpio cup, right? Cancer, moon, all this is very watery, very emotional. If you continue to move, look, now I'll go ahead and say this. So you're the Hanged One, based on what I'm just looking at the numbers, what I know, it seems that you have a higher perspective on this. However, Your emotions are very strong, and they are pulling you towards this move. The end result of this pull, the end result of you being able to see above it all, but still moving with the emotions, the end result is there's going to be a tower moment. There's going to be a shake up. Now, I don't know how fortified you are personally, so I can't say how intense the shake will be, but rest assured, these emotions will, this magnetism will be met with electricity. Listen to me. This magnetism, to the magnitude of this magnetism, is going to be met with the same magnitude of electricity. All right. Now, you know, that don't have to be nothing bad. That don't have to be nothing bad. That don't have to be nothing scary. That's what I pulled. If you say it resonates with you so far, think about it, consider it. You see the cards that I got, maybe you pull these cards and you do your interpretation of them, but that's what I got. How you guys liking these readings? Should I do them more often? Maybe somebody else. Okay, awesome. Lance Benfield says, great read in caps. Cool, man, cool. Appreciate that. I don't know why, like, I've just been, like, so hesitant to do tarot. Because I always thought, like, oh, well, there's so many other people better than me at it. But it's not even about that. Like, this is an art form. You cannot stop yourself from doing art or music or anything like that because there are other people doing it that are better than you. Like, you do something your way, right? And you love it your way, and there will be other people who love it your way, and those other people who do it better than you watch them and you learn from them. Thank you for your donations. Thank you, Enchanted Cottage. Thank you, C-Main. I appreciate y'all. Thank you. Oh, these are some serious, this must be some serious energy going on here. Oops, drop some cards. All right, so somebody claim, because I'm gonna pick those up and I'm gonna start this next reading. Oath says, I want to heal the problem with my heart. Okay, so we'll start with you. Okay. So first up, and I'm telling you, I'm sitting here shuffling these cards the entire time, and I keep getting these same ones. 7 of Cups is the first one that we pull. So, dealing with this 7 of Cups, we've got Venus and Scorpio. Something to do with intense desire, intense passion. Even to the point of the logical mind being overridden. What's the next card that I dropped? So what I dropped was the Empress. When we deal with the Empress, we're talking pure Venus. And what we're talking about is impregnation. We're talking about being fertilized. We're talking about there is something that is gestating. Now, this could be an idea. This could be holding on to certain feelings. This could be actual pregnancy. But there is something that's being incubated, something being harbored, something being nurtured, something that is being fed and fed and fed. Flore, Jagawa Design. Peace. Good to see you. So as we deal with this intense desire, it seems like simultaneously there's something that has been incubated, and I want to say even for quite a while, maybe as a result of this intense desire. And what we find as a result here is that we're dealing with the Fool card. And what we're dealing with here is stepping out into brand new territory with reckless abandon. It could be that this intense desire has led to certain energies that begin to fill you with a completely new direction in life. Let me know where we're at with this so far, Oath. Maybe as a result of what you're going through, has begun to stir up intense desires that are leading you to take action on them. And maybe moving in this new direction, you may find something that will provide an answer. Oath says, I'm speechless. Okay, well, I'll take that as a positive sign. And let's pull that forth, because these are 3-card readings with the fourth. The fourth is Ace of Wands, and that's beautiful. That's a great thing. The Ace of Wands is the highest energy resonating card in this deck. We're dealing with the Akash of fire, the Akash of fire. We're dealing with the spiritual aspect of fire. So what's happening is this Ace of Wands sits above these other cards. This Ace of Wands represents potential energy that has not manifested yet, but behind this pregnant Empress, behind what is being incubated within the Empress, is a powerful energy, an energy that has known to have been the cause of volcanoes, right? We're dealing with a fiery central aspect. It hasn't manifested yet, but it's coming, it's dawning, can already be felt through this Empress card. Cool beans. Oath says, my jaw is rolling on the floor. I'm going to take that as a good sign. All right. So, awesome. Unicorn Universe, peace. Anna Molly says, did you see Enchanted Cottage's question? Uh-oh, my bad. Enchanted Cottage, are you still there? Yes, looks like you are. All right. Peace, Mike's Art. Mike's Art says, excellent reading, Travis. I'm loving the fact that you're using planetary influences. Yeah, and at least from what I've gathered, that's what actually gives these cards these meanings. The planetary influences. Okay, I got you, Enchanted Cottage 333. I got you right now. In fact, your reading was the last good reading that I saw right? I spent a lot of time on TikTok looking at readings. Your reading was the last good reading. By the way, if you guys don't know, click on Enchanted Cottage 333's name. She does awesome readings for every sign on a regular basis. And I listened to what she said about me, Gemini, and it was like spot on. Spot on. And that doesn't happen to me often. So, yeah. Check her page out. All right, let's see what we have here. Bam. Let's see what we have here. She says, I'm a Gemini too. Well, there we have it. There we have it. All right. So, the question that you have is about your hopeful upcoming relocation. Let's get down to it. Of Cups. So we're dealing with something stirring behind the scenes when it comes to the subconscious and the emotional realm. We are dealing with something that's deeper than ego. Something that's deeper than, oh, I want to do this. We're dealing with something that might even run into levels of the higher self. I say that because when we're dealing with cups, we're dealing with the emotions, we're dealing with the subconscious. But when we're dealing with the aces, we're dealing with the Kether aspect. We're dealing with the Kether aspect. We're dealing with the unmanifest. And because it's unmanifest, it isn't conditioned by the manifest. So this is coming from a place that is untainted by what has already happened. That's where we're at so far. Ooh, King of Wands. King of Wands. So here when we deal with the King, we're dealing with the air element, being very excited by the fire element. Your thoughts are on fire about this. For some reason, whatever has inspired you to take this move has set your mind on fire. You have a lot of ideas, a lot of plans, a lot of dreams dealing with this move. There's something about this move, like unlike the previous reading that I did about the move, this is coming from an intellectual space. This is coming from somewhere that you know that this is going to be the best fit because of all the different potential things that you can do with this. Let me know how we're doing so far. Now, just like the previous move question, we've got a tower moment happening. We've got a tower moment happening. Now, looking at the supporting cards here, we've got a certain stirring in the subconscious that may even be bordering upon the higher self. And because of this high-level emotional influence, you have thoughts that are vibrating at a very high frequency, right? You know the astrological connotations between the King of Wands. We got Aries here. You're ready to charge forward. Some of these thoughts you're having are groundbreaking. I don't know if you're thinking about, I don't know if it's for your YouTube, if it's for entrepreneurship, if it's for your family, but there are some things that you're thinking about that are going to change the game. Now, between holy inspiration and groundbreaking thought, of course you can expect a tower moment. Of course you can expect things to be turned upside down, topsy-turvy, right? So let's get to this fourth card. because these are just 3-card pulls with a 4th. Ooh, and what we have is the 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords. So when we think about the 10 of Swords, we are dealing with the Sun in Gemini. The Sun in Gemini. Now, Gemini is a sign that is known for being flighty, moving from here, there, and a third. Ruled by Mercury, the fastest moving planet. Gemini is all over the place, and that's where Gemini is the strongest. But this card is the Sun in Gemini, which can be seen as two damn near opposites. The Sun is known for stability and staying in one place, right? So it looks like there may be a situation after all this, or I could say throughout all this, not even after all this. This is the throughout all this card. Throughout all this, you're feeling that even though, let me rephrase that. You're feeling that there may be a pull between your thoughts going everywhere and knowing that you need to concentrate on one specific thing. There might be a pull between you wanting to do a bunch of different things and you knowing, right? Look at the difference here. You wanting to do a bunch of different things, but you knowing that you have to stay on one point. How we doing? How we doing right now? I think that, like, when I do these 4th cards for these 3-card pulls, I think that's what's going on behind the scenes here, right? Because we're thinking about the King of Wands, and you've got your mind and your ideas spiritually charged everywhere. And even though that's awesome, even though you've got some of the best ideas that a human being can receive right now, you need to pick one. You need to pick one. Not 3, not 2, 1. And I can tell you that because shit, that sounds like me as well. That sounds like me as well. Pick one. Pick one. That's what's going to make this tower moment an awesome tower moment. How we doing? How we doing? All right, is this a good thing? Are you guys liking this? Enchanted Cottage says, "That's me. You are reading me to filth." Hey, I'm just doing what I know. I'm just going off what the cards are telling me to do. This is fun. We should have been doing this all along, right, guys? Okay. Now let me be fair. Black Alchemist, thank you for your donation. She just asked a question. I'm not in too much of a. Oh shit, it's 11:16. Let me answer her question first, and then maybe we can do like 1 or 2 more. Give me a quick break, guys, because I have to go and consult the water goddess. Be right back. Fun stuff. Fun stuff. I love it. Okay. Black Alchemist says, peace. Can you do a random read? Whatever message I need to hear. My sun is in Aries. Saturn in my 10th house. Thanks. Okay, we can do that. I ain't got no problem with it. Ain't got no problem with it. Oh no, I didn't freeze, did I? Come on, camera. Just be good to me. There we go. All right, let's answer your question. Whatever message you need to hear. Whatever message, let's do it. Lance Benfield says, is that unicorn fur that's on your table? You know it, my man. You know it. Absolutely. And it is soft as the softest cheeks in the universe. All right, let's do it. Now, I need you to comment to let me know if I'm on track. So here we go. Number 1, bam. Ooh. Ooh. Number 1. This is how we're swimming today. This is how we're walking down the street today. Big death, right? Big death. Scorpio, right? We're dealing with some type of transformation, regeneration. Something is done. It's done, it's finished, it's not coming back. However, you're stepping into something new. I'm the real stepper, real Margiela. I got the laxative money, right? We're dealing with something where whatever it was in the past is no longer. And here we go today. Now, with this being ruled by Scorpio, we're dealing with secrets. We're dealing with sexual energy. We're dealing with, like I said, regeneration. So whatever that means for you, this is where we begin this reading. We follow this up by the Page of Pentacles. There's big change, massive change in your physical atmosphere. So whatever this is right here, it's happening in your physical atmosphere. Heavy change in your environment. So whatever you're doing, whatever you got going on, you're going to see that your physical environment is shifting. Black Alchemist says, oh my God, you are already on point. Awesome. Awesome. Mike's Art says Green Goblin mode. Thank you. You know what time it is. Laxative money. All right, so let's keep going. So you've got massive change happening here on the physical plane. Transformation. Whatever it was is finished. You're seeing the results as we speak. You're in the midst of it. You're in the thick of it with 2 C's, T-H-I-C-C. Now we've got the 8 of Pentacles. Heavy Pentacles here. So this is all about your physical reality. This is all about your actual physical life here. Now when we deal with the 8 of Pentacles, we're talking about the sun in Virgo. Virgo is known as a very analytical sign. Virgo likes to break down the details, right? Virgo likes to pay attention and scrutinize. With the sun in Virgo, what we're dealing with is being an energy that is very concentrated, front and center with getting to the details. The devil's in the details. So whatever transformation you're going through is happening in your physical reality, and it is perhaps causing you to scrutinize everything, to become very meticulous. Let me know if that resonates with you. Enchanted Cottage says Page of Pentacles is Green Goblin. No. I mentioned the real stepper. Margiela, Laxative Money. Those are lyrics from the Green Goblin Mode song. All right, Black Alchemist says yes. Cool. So let's pull this fourth card to kind of get with the energy behind everything. And by the way, this 4-card style, I just kind of came up with it. I didn't invent it, but I'm just saying, like, I usually do 3 cards for past, present, and future. But pulling the fourth, to me right now, seems like a good way to kind of just feel out the energy behind everything. So what we have, we've got the star upside down. Now, when we're dealing with the star, the main keyword for her is hope. Hope, right? Just like the Temperance card, where she was standing on the water and the land, we've got the Star card where she's kneeling on the land. Now, when we have kneeling, we're dealing with a submissive type of transmission of energy. Submissive. Standing on the water is dominant. So we've got the subconscious mind being heavy and strong, but the physical plane, you're playing in the background. You're kind of keeping it low key. You're kind of keeping low profile in the real world, but on the spiritual plane, you're that real stepper, right? You're standing tall in the spiritual plane, on the subconscious plane, and it was upside down. So this seems like this is something that's happening within your ego. There's an ego transformation. This is my hope. Correct me if I'm wrong. You're finally coming to the point where you realize that you playing in the background, that you keeping a low profile, keeping it low key, has actually been paying off, because you've been building up your spiritual power uninterrupted. You've been playing low key background figure, and while you haven't gotten what you deserved yet, you've been growing your spiritual power to the point, and like I said, this is behind everything else. You've been growing your spiritual power now to the point that you are able to create irrevocable change in your physical plane. Now you have all the details. You know what to look for, who to look at, and you know what to do. Now let me tell you this. Now that you've got all the pieces to the puzzle, it's time to go ahead and do that. I'm gonna need you to go ahead and do that. Right? You Aries, you all about taking action and jumping the gun. You have what you need. Travis Magus just told you to go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it. You've been in the background long enough. I'm down on bended knee. You've been on bended knee for long enough. Go ahead and do it. This is not legal advice. It is spiritual advice. Go ahead and get started. Let me know if that resonates. Honky tonk, but donka donk. Stop it. All right, let me get to the homie. Let's see. Black Alchemist says, yes, my brother, you are on point. I'm so excited for what's to come. Thank you. Awesome. I'm happy. That's cool. That's why I'm doing this. For y'all. I'm hoping that this resonates for you. Framestar, let me get to you. You said something about a new business venture. You still here? Honky tonk, badonka donk. Frame Star reaching out to you, going once, going twice. You said something about a new business venture. Let me know if you're still here. There he is. He says, if there's time for another question, starting a new business venture. Cool, let's do it. Let's do that. If you'd be so kind, Framestar, please tell me your sign once again. I'm digging these sign cards. I find that they give me a different level of focus. You're a Virgo, aren't you? If I'm not mistaken. I don't even remember the last place I heard that song. It was maybe at a restaurant. I don't know. We were out somewhere, and that song came on, and I'm just like, since when do rednecks start talking about honky tonk but donkadonk? And I'ma fuck with you. I'll holler at you. These are a cool set of cards. Yeah, nobody asked me what deck it was, so I won't share. But anyways, let's get on with your question. I believe you're a Virgo. Please correct me if I am not correct. Yeah, Virgo, Sun, Leo, Moon. Yeah, okay. I was right. Virgo, Sun, Leo, Moon, Scorpio, Rising. Let's get them all out there. Why not? Put it all up on the table. Serenita, I'm trying to close this live stream. You throwing more money at me for a reading. I'm gonna have to take a time out for you. Alright, so here we go. This is what we got. New business venture. Phase 1. Page of Swords. All right. You got a lot of ideas circulating through your mind. And I get the feeling that you have different ideas circulating through your mind. So it isn't just one or three, but it seems like there's a continual shift. And I know how that feels, especially working with AI. It's like, oh, I can make a digital OnlyFans influencer and people won't know the difference. And then all of a sudden, oh, I can make a channel about this, or I can do an account about that, or I can sell these things, or I can sell those things. It feels like you've got a lot of different kind of ideas circulating. So where are we going with that? 2 of Pentacles. So in this juggle of different ideas, it seems like maybe your focus will be best spent on what's in front of you. And when I say what's in front of you, what I mean is that there are things that are in your immediate grasp, in your immediate vicinity, that have a synergy with each other. There are things in your immediate environment that have a synergy with each other. So over here, you're circulating through all these ideas. Your head is in the clouds. But what it seems like is that despite all this, there are concepts, objects, people, something in your environment that already has a synergy. And I hope that you're able to see that. Oath, you are correct. That's the Barbary Zodiac. So, once again, we get to the Hanged One. Having all these ideas ruminating, circulating, dancing and prancing around, and at the same time having certain things in your life that are already making sense, perhaps it requires a perspective, a higher perspective. Perhaps it requires you to see things outside of the ego, to see things outside of what you know already or what you can already rely on. Perhaps seeing things from an angle of, we'll go with the next card. What kind of angle do we need to see things from? 10 of Pentacles. See things from the end. If you can stop, right? Because here's the thing with all these different ideas. You want to do this, that, and the third because you can. That's the crazy part. You can do all those things. But check this out. If you switch your perspective to the end result, see yourself as accomplished, finished. 20 years from now, you've already done this. You've maximized every aspect of it. It's complete. You have been fulfilled. See it from that perspective of the end result. This is the last card, 10 of Pentacles. Last card of the minor arcana. If you can see it from that perspective, that's actually the higher perspective. Because usually when we look at these things, we look at it from the immediate past. Oh, well, this didn't work last time, or well, this worked last month or last year, so maybe it'll work again. What if you could look at it from 5, 10, 15, 20 years in the future? How would you deal with these things from that perspective? Let me know if that resonates. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. All right, everybody. So here's the deal. It seems like I very well may take a 10-minute break. If you'd like to continue with these readings, you can wait. If you would not like to wait, I'll catch you next time. But I'll be back with more of this all night long. Maybe not all night, but maybe for another 45 minutes. But in any case, I'm going to take a long break, about 10 minutes or so. So if you are down with waiting, I'll be back. If not, thank you for hanging out with me. Leave a like on your way out. I will see you again shortly. I will see you again shortly. All right. Was that 10 minutes? Perhaps. Perhaps. Let's see what we have. Peace. How we doing? Okay, so it looks like we've got another reading to do. For someone very special. All right, glad to see that you all are still here. Awesome. All right, seems like we have time for a few more. This is kind of fun. We should probably do it more often. What do you think? I keep asking that. I ran outside to check something in my flip-flops, and I stepped in a big puddle of mud. Sticky mud ripped my flip-flop right off. Here's a random pull for somebody. Ready? Shine. Your light irritates their demons. If that's for you, go ahead and claim it. Type 777 in the chat. If that's for you. If that's for you. And since we're talking about oracle cards here, karmic friends, can't fully trust them. Tension, secret competition, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Maybe that's for somebody, who knows? Enough of these oracle cards. Let's get back to the tarot, shall we? Let's get back to the tarot. All right, Sirenita, are you still there? Are you still there? If you're not still there, we will move on to the next person. All right, well, I don't know if she's here or not, but we will pull for the next person. And the next person will have heavy Cancer placements, as well as and or Leo placements. Another Leo. It's funny because these two signs are right next to each other, aren't they? And in between them is a lot of steam. A lot of steam. So who does this apply to? Maybe you're somebody with a Cancer Sun, Leo Moon, Leo Sun, Cancer Moon, Ascendant. Or maybe one of these signs represent the particular house that you have a question about. In any case, let's do a general reading. All right, so 8 of Wands. It seems as if there's a message on the way. There's some type of intense energy that is making its way towards you. Some type of intense energy making its way towards you. Cancer, Leo placements. There's an intense energy making its way towards you. This may be in the form of a message. This may be in the form of a person. This may also be in the form of some event that, again, is on its way to you. Next we have the Five of Wands. It's reversed. Now when we think about the Five of Wands, we're thinking about a competition. Now this competition can be a healthy competition. This could be the game of the trade. For example, if you work in social media, you'll know that you have a lot of people to compete against. If you work in the realm of business or anything like that, you're not the only one doing what you're trying to do. If this comes with trying to connect with a certain type of person, you know that you're not the only one in the race. So there's a message, there's some type of energy on its way towards you. And it's important to know that you're not the only one on the receiving end of this. So when I think of this card, I think about a lot of people on an equal standing ground. And it isn't about who has the best stuff. It's about who delivers the best, right? It's about who is able to convey that they are the optimal choice. Next we have the Moon card. So your strength is going to lie within your dreams. Your strength is going to lie within your capacity to be open to subconscious influences, to be open to astral influences, to be open to your intuition. So there's something on the way to you. There's some message, there's some person, there's some event. Something's on the way. But you're not the only one who's waiting for this. You're not the only one who's looking forward to this. And what's going to separate you from everyone else vying for the position? What's going to separate you from everyone else is your capacity to receive the messages you get from your dreams. Excuse me. It's on the way. A lot like a lottery. And there are a lot of people in place to step up. But what's going to be your strength is your inner vision. When we think about evolution, it has everything to do with adaptability and being able to adapt to the circumstances. And sometimes that adaptability is not purely physical. And what's behind all this? Oh, and by the way, with this struggle being upside down, perhaps this conflict is internal. Perhaps this conflict has to do with you being conflicted. And what's going to lead you through that conflict is the information you're getting from your dreams, from the subconscious, from your visions, from your creativity. When we're dealing with these wands, we're dealing with the fire energy. We're dealing with passion. We're dealing with life force. So if we talk about the Eight of Wands, the Eight of Wands are ruled by Mercury within Sagittarius. Mercury within Sagittarius. So, Sagittarius being a fire sign, a mutable fire sign, this message is going to be something that is very inspiring, but at the same time, you can be very intellectual about it. In other words, what's coming to you is inspiring a different kind of thought process. Now, this thought process may be different from what you're used to. This thought process may be at odds